You need to trust how you really feel, because it's confusing, because someone is like denying that you should feel how you feel, but it's because they're denying and resisting how they feel. So they're trying to wrangle your mind, just kind of like how they wrangle their own, so that they resist what's really going on within themselves. Someone doesn't want to admit something, because to admit something that they're doing to you, they would have to admit something that they've done to other people, or that they've even done to a part of themselves, or something that was done to them by somebody else. That they resist that. They're resisting love, or they're resisting this connection. They're resisting connecting with a part of themselves that you represent, that you're trying to bring up to the surface. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful to all of you for your love, support, likes, shares, comments. Thank you to those who have sent in donations. It is not a requirement, but so appreciated. So thank you so much. Love you guys. If you're new here, my name is Celtae. This will be another general transmission on the collective energy, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to book a personal session with me or any of my other services, go to celtaecreatrix.com. Without further ado, calling on my ancestors, the archangels, and the Most High Holy Spirit, Universe, Creator, please allow me to channel what the viewer needs to hear for their highest good and healing. And so it is. So as you guys know, when I record like this, it is extremely late. It's the middle of the night. My husband is asleep at the moment, so that's why I'm going to keep it down. I did post and then take down a video earlier, and it was glitching for some reason, and I took that as a sign. I felt that it was maybe not what I wanted to post. I've been feeling really funky and off today. I don't know what's been going on today. I don't know if any of you guys have been feeling that. But Spirit definitely wanted me to get a reading out tonight, even if it's in the early morning here. So lately, I've been getting messages about like Alabama, or just energies, like just Alabama keeps on coming up. Swamps and the bayou and alligators and different artists like Yellow Wolf. Like, for some reason I've been becoming obsessed with him, and then hearing about that part of the world in different, like through different synchronicities throughout my day, just randomly. And then I saw this TikTok of Lana Del Rey, which I don't really listen to a lot of her music, to be honest, but Lana Del Rey married a alligator tour guide from Alabama, and I think she married him in Alabama on the bayou or whatever. They got married, and so that was another synchronicity that just really stood out to me. And for some reason I just thought that that was such a fascinating occurrence. It's beautiful. I'm happy for her. She found love. But it's just like polar opposites, or just like very, like two people from very different worlds. That could be significant for somebody, like two people from very different backgrounds or very different worlds. But it's almost like she's like this ethereal siren, beautiful, mystical singer, songwriter, connected to her upper three chakras, a poet, you know, and then he's this rugged swamp dude who hangs out with alligators, and he's not afraid of the alligators. Like, the alligators are his friends. It's like this swamp tour guide. It's like you could be really connecting with your guides, or connecting to your inner guidance. Like, you could be very much, actually, there's something about like being guided through something. You're being, I feel like there's some sort of message coming through of like, I know that it feels like something, sometimes something takes over, and It's like you're all of a sudden you're like wrestling with this alligator, like wrestling with this aspect of yourself, or there's some sort of situation that's brought something up. It feels really overwhelming. Like I feel like somebody feels very overwhelmed right now. And why am I getting it's like I don't know, there's something about 5 people coming through and they're just like watching, or like 5 people are just like witnessing, or you feel like you're being watched and like no one's doing anything, or like no one's helping, or like maybe you feel like you're being like judged by like a flock of people, or like I'm getting like a flock of birds, or something about white birds. So yeah, there's something about that, this swamp scenery. So we've got like swamps. It's like this threshold realm. I also got some sort of vision of like a man with like leaves in his hair. It's just like this wild man. Like doing magic in the forest, or doing magic out in nature, or something like that. That could be significant for somebody. But the swamp is like this threshold realm between like conscious and the conscious and the unconscious. It's also womb-like, feminine, emotional, fertile, and decaying all at once. There's also something that's coming through about like a rot, like you feel like something is rotting, or you feel like you're aware, like something about smell, or like something feels off, or smells off, or seems off, like decay, like something about decay. But like amidst the decay, there's also new life. Like there's also life teeming around you. There could be a lot of things happening around you, like lots of things unfolding. And it's almost like maybe you're distracted. It's almost like you let yourself become distracted, or you like there's something you're distracted by, something from something. It's like you're distracted from something, but like you still, like there's a smell, or there's a rot, or there's something decaying. It could be within yourself, it could be within another person, it could be within a situation, it could be within a relationship dynamic, or some sort of dynamic. It's like there's something off. And I feel like that you sense this, but I feel like it's not comfortable. There's something something is very uncomfortable. I feel like something is very, very uncomfortable. But yeah, the swamp, it holds hidden wisdom. I've just got some notes here. Hidden wisdom and the energy of initiation. So like you could be going through, there's something about ancestral pattern, okay? That's coming up, that's rising up to the surface. You could be wrestling with this. This could be the crocodile that you're wrestling. This aspect of yourself. So yeah, it's okay. So swamps in the bayou, sacred to folk magic. That's what I'm saying. Folk magic, root work, hoodoo, spirit heavy ground, where the shadow transforms into medicine. So there's something going on or transpiring where it could be feeling really uncomfortable right now. You could feel, there's something also about the root chakra, like uncomfortable or unsafe. You don't feel safe in a dynamic. There's something going on within yourself where like something about safety, but I feel like you stuff it down. I feel like there's something coming up, like I don't know if there's beavers or anything like that in swamps. I'm from Canada, so we got beavers around here, but it's like a dam. It's like something, it's like you're holding something back, or you feel like somebody is holding something back. Somebody is resisting something. And I feel like it's showing you or reflecting back a resistance that you have to admitting something or feeling something within yourself, because I feel like somebody else doesn't want to admit something. Somebody else is not wanting to face something. Why do I feel it's like somebody's like skirting around something? Someone is like intellectualizing something instead of feeling something. Somebody's it's like running around and skirting around the issue. I'm hearing like Cheshire smile, or like a Cheshire cat. Somebody always has like a response or something to say. I'm hearing, but motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre. Understanding in reverse. Maybe something that you don't want to understand, or you're seeking understanding, or you feel like you're not understood. You feel like somebody doesn't want to understand you. There could be someone who, I don't know, there's something, it's like willfully misunderstanding something, like it over intellectualizing something that you're feeling. I said earlier, at arm's length. You feel like someone is keeping you at arm's length. It could be reflecting back a part of yourself. And when I say that, I mean like it could be like where sometimes you have dammed something up or held something out, held something back, or held someone at arm's length, or it's like that could be like a pattern where it's like someone, it's like you never felt, there's something of like you felt like cut off from something or cut off from someone, or what do I feel like locked out, like you feel locked out. It's like somebody is emotionally checked out, like someone is not, it's like someone is not showing up in the emotional aspect of a situation, or between you and another person, something is going on emotionally. Like you feel like someone's checked out emotionally, and maybe a part of you is checked out because you feel like someone checked out. Like you feel I'm hearing like preemptive rejection, understanding in reverse. Okay, so Alabama. So it carries ancestral reckoning, emotional density, and bloodline memory. This is what I'm saying, bloodline memory. This situation reminds you of someone else, okay? Or of something that happened, or of a way that you were made to feel. I'm hearing pre-verbal. There's something about like, I just pulled the card, okay, so like generosity and passion. It's like something could have started out and somebody, it could have felt like emotionally generous, like you felt like somebody was giving, or you felt like something was promising, or you felt like connection, and then you felt like somebody withdraw. So it's like some sort of avoidant energy. There's an avoidant energy, and something about mistrust. I don't know if you I keep on wrangling a crocodile, wrangler. What is that? What is that, Spirit? Let me see what this means. A person in charge of horses or other livestock on a ranch. A wrangler. Person engaging in lengthy and complicated quarrel or dispute. Okay, so I feel like a person engaging in a lengthy and complicated quarrel or dispute. So you could be having a quarrel with someone or something, and it's like it just keeps on going on and on. That's what I'm saying. Someone's skirting around the truth. Someone's skirting around the heart of the issue. Someone is willfully misunderstanding. There's a lack of understanding between you and another person. Wisdom. Understanding in reverse and wisdom. But there's wisdom to be gained by this. Like I feel like you hold this deep inherent wisdom within you. You can feel that something is off. You feel, what is this that decayed? What is this decay? Cooperation in reverse. Like someone or something is just not, somebody is not cooperating. Someone is not validating, or someone is dismissive. Someone is, in this photo, it's like all of these hands holding each other, like a bunch of hands holding one another, and I feel like it's like you don't feel held in a situation. You feel like someone is wrangler, in charge of horses or other livestock. It's like someone's trying to wrangle your emotions, or like get a hold of how you think about something, or you feel like someone it's like wants their freedom, someone doesn't want to be controlled, or someone really values their freedom, or someone livestock, someone doesn't want to feel herded into something, or just someone doesn't want to be a part of the herd, someone there's something that's off. Satisfaction, you're not satisfied with something or someone or how someone is making you feel. I'm seeing a Cheshire smile again. I'm also getting like southern charm, you know what I'm saying? Southern charm, but like underneath the surface there's a lot of ancestral pain and trauma, historical trauma that happened in that state or in that area, like on that land. It's like, but on the surface, southern charm, but under the surface, it's like under the surface you don't feel satisfied. Turning point, you're at a turning point in a situation with another person or with these people. Turning point. Self-confidence in reverse. I don't feel like you feel confident in this connection or with this person, or this person doesn't make you feel confident that they care, that they don't make you feel, I'm hearing like in a state of flux, like you feel like something isn't stable or something isn't a constant state of flux, like something is like someone's always going back and forth, or someone's always, it's like push and pull, hot and cold, like you've never felt stable or in something. What does this person make the collective feel? Regret. Ebb and flow in reverse. Blocked. Regret that you put your heart into something and you feel like it's not being met, like you feel like you're not being met emotionally, you feel like someone is emotionally checked out, or you feel like someone is not as emotionally invested as you are. Self-esteem, and it hurts your self-esteem. You feel like you were led astray. Love, you feel like there's something you regret, somebody withdrew. And then we've got envy and shame. This person could envy something about you or your life or something that you have, or envy your ability to show up in love or even believe in love. There's something, somebody is like running away from shame, but it's like they intellectualize, or guilt, shame or guilt, or some sort of pain. It's like, why am I feeling? It's like wrangling. It's like wrangling a horse. It's like going back and forth, or a lengthy discussion, or a lengthy dispute. It's like, what are they? Okay, so it's like there's. Okay, so you're feeling regret. You're feeling blocked because of something or someone, and it's like it's triggering something about your self-esteem or your self-worth, and you feel like you've been thrown in a loop or thrown for a loop, or you feel like someone's like misdirecting you from the issue that you're trying to bring up, or like the emotion. It's like you're trying to address something emotionally and then someone's like skirting around the point. Again, I'm seeing like a Cheshire cat or a Cheshire smile. Love. So what I want to know is like, so this wrangler, this dispute, like this lengthy dispute, or this person who's creating this, like what are they, so this lengthy dispute, what are they trying to cover up by this intellectualizing energy of like trying to it's like they're trying to run away from a feeling, and they're creating like a dispute or an argument and intellectualizing something to skirt away from the point being how you feel about something or how they feel about something, like the real emotion behind something. I feel like I'm getting like resistance, like a wall, like I'm seeing this wall. I'm also getting defensive. You could be feeling defensive, or something that somebody said, it made you defensive, or you feel like you're on edge, or it's like someone is defensive because of something that they don't want to feel within themselves, unsupported. So you don't feel supported, you feel neglect. So it's like someone is trying to skirt away from what you brought up. You could have brought up that something you feel neglected in a situation, you feel unsupported. Someone makes you feel unsupported. Maybe you could be trying to express that you feel unsupported. You're expressing that you feel neglect, or like somebody feels a certain way about the neglect that they experienced, and the neglect that they experienced and how that affected how they show up in connection or how they show up in relationship, how this person was unsupported. So again, it's a reflection. So this person is feeling something about feeling unsupported and feeling neglect, or it's like they're trying to intellectualize something. They're distancing themselves from the core root of an issue, or the core root of something within themselves that's causing them to behave a certain way or act a certain way. They feel unsupported within themselves. They feel neglect as well, or they felt neglect, or something around neglect, or being unsupported, or feeling unable to support another person. But it's because they were never supported, so they don't know how to show up in connection and to support another person because they feel like that they were unsupported, or maybe you feel unsupported. Again, it's like mirror reflect. This reflection, everything is a reflection of everything. So, but it's up to you to like intuitively discern how you feel like that's reflecting back something to yourself or within yourself. But I definitely feel for some of you, it's like there's some sort of dispute happening, and it's like you feel like you're not being heard. Like you honestly, this is a pattern. You feel, you could be feeling alienated in a situation, or it's like something took you by surprise. Something about a connection with somebody else. Okay? Something about a connection with somebody else took you by surprise. Or something that somebody said took you by surprise, and it made you feel like cut off from them, or like that they were putting you in, confirmation burp. It made you feel cut off from them emotionally. Something that somebody did or said made you feel like they didn't care about you at all. Like that they didn't, something that somebody did or said made you feel like you were more invested in something than they were, or you were more emotionally available in the relationship than they were. I'm hearing when somebody tells you about themselves, believe them. When somebody tells you something about themselves or how they feel, believe them. Maybe there's a part of you that doesn't. Maybe there's a part of you that over-intellectualizes sometimes too, like because something is so painful. What is this painful feeling? Loneliness. Disconnection. You feel disconnection in this connection. You feel lonely in this connection. There's a part of you, a part of your inner child. There's also something about lust and pain coming through. Pain in reverse and lust. Maybe it's like you're trying to numb some sort of pain through lust, or some sort of feeling, or maybe there's something to do with lust, but you still feel lonely, or you still felt lonely. It's like there's something about like a connection. It started out a certain way, but there's somebody who's feeling unsupported in this connection, who's feeling neglected. Somebody's not showing up in the way that you thought that they would. Loneliness. I'm hearing denies, like somebody denies something. Let's go back to my notes here. So yeah, ancestral reckoning, Alabama. The land of spiritual heaviness and emotional gravity. Holds tension between comfort and accountability. Something could feel comfortable, but somebody's not taking accountability for how something that they did or said made you feel. Straight up. Comfort and accountability. Cheshire smile. Intellectualizing something so that they don't have to get too close to something. I really feel like somebody is like they're literally skirting around the issue. I feel like someone's used to doing that. because something hits too close to home. So it's like you could be feeling minimized or dismissed. So you're definitely feeling unsupported. You're feeling an aspect of you is feeling neglected in this situation or in this relationship, and another aspect of you feels lonely as well. Comfort and accountability. Somebody wants to stay comfortable. Somebody wants to stay in shallow waters. Or it's like the tour guide boat, right? Lana Del Rey's Manly Man. He's a tour guide, alligator tour guide. Drives boats around on the bayou. So like the symbol of how we float above our own depths represents false safety. False safety. You don't feel safe with someone. But it's like someone doesn't want you to rock the boat. Someone doesn't want you to rock the boat. Maybe a part of you doesn't, like a part of you is conditioned or trained not to rock the boat. But why do I feel like you're kind of rocking the boat? Now I'm seeing like you got like literally like pulled in by a freaking crocodile. You're wrestling with a crocodile. You're wrestling with a crocodile? Or you're wrestling with an aspect of yourself that you feel either attacked by yourself. Maybe you're taking something out on yourself, like you're taking something out on yourself like it's your fault, or like that you've once again I'm hearing like once again I'm hearing like really again. So yeah, the tour boat, Lana Del Rey's Manly Man, Manly Alligator tour guide, bro. Rustic, masculine dude. Anyways, I'm obsessed with their dynamic. Anyways, sorry. So yeah, so the boat, the tour boat, represents false safety. You're in the water, but not of it. So it's like someone talking about emotions or something talking about something. It's like some sort of conversation happening or something going on in a situation with some people or a specific person. Like I said, within a dynamic, and it's like they're skirting around the actual issue, the actual emotion. Someone could be in denial of how they made you feel or even how they feel. Maybe a part of you feels like you don't want to feel how you feel or how someone else made you feel. Or how something that you're engaging in, it's like it's like maybe you're not fulfilled in it. You don't feel fulfilled, or like there's an emotion in being crying out. Okay, there's emotion crying out for you to acknowledge, but I feel like maybe it's dammed up, like I'm hearing like you're too busy doing something else, or you make yourself too busy to do something else, but underneath the surface, there is this thing where it's like your intuition, your soul, like your soul sits with it, and then your mind like sees your soul sitting with it. I literally like see like this wild dude out in the bayou with leaves in his hair doing magic, sitting out in the wildness. It's like you're watching yourself sit with something and trying to deal with it, like part of yourself sitting alone with something in the swamp. I'm hearing like trying to make up for something or trying to figure something out, but it's like your mind is like separate from it. You feel like, or someone's mind is separate from some sort of feeling. It's like your mind is separate from it. It's like, I feel like, so like it's like there's two things. It's like there is a person in your life who's like keeping you at arm's length emotionally, or it's like they're checked out of something. They're not wanting to be in it. This is like a pattern, like this is a relational pattern with somebody that you're experiencing. And I feel like you're breaking the cycle of this. You're going to break the cycle of this because there's something that you're feeling that you've seen. Like your brain has seen your soul out in the swamp, sitting with something by itself, sitting with a feeling, with a perception of something that's going on in your life. Like, how am I to describe this? It's like you're analyzing your soul from afar and watching this part of your soul sit with something that's going on that you wish that you could tame that feeling or that emotion, or you wish that it wasn't there, but it's still there. and there is still a part of yourself that's still trying to deal with it, but it's like you try to make it separate, you try to distract yourself from it, you try to look away, but like every time something comes up in your awareness, you're like, fuck, that's there again. That's, I can't look away from that. Like, I do feel that. Like, there is a part of me that's kind of spotting something in someone else or in a certain situation that feels a little off. There's something decaying, right? So back to the tour boat. Are you being led, or are you navigating your own underworld? Maybe you feel like you were led astray, like someone else is like guiding the tour. Like you feel like someone else has to guide it, but I feel like you're guiding it. You are guiding this. You feel like someone else has the control. That's just an illusion. They could feel like they have the control, or somebody wants to stay in control. Somebody doesn't want to surrender to something that they're feeling or something that's going on. They want to stay above something. Somebody wants to stay above the swamp. Somebody wants to stay in control, in a false sense of safety, in control of the boat. When there's something that is not attached to the boat, to the swamp, to the alligators, to the snakes, to you, or to the other person, it's just the all-knowing part of yourself that is everything that is, that knows that something is going on that maybe you or the other person or everyone involved doesn't want to really see. I don't know if there are jaguars in the swamp. Are there jaguars or big cats? Are there big cats in Alabama? I don't know, you guys. Something about big cats, something about jaguars, something about SA, or there's something about that. Unsupported. Somebody felt unsupported. Somebody didn't feel seen. That could have been something in your family. That could have been something in your family where it's like you felt like when it came to some sort of traumatic event that you experienced, like somebody's emotions, like the way they showed up to you or didn't show up for you. It's like you felt like somebody couldn't show up for you. You feel like somebody can't show up for you. And it triggers you or it hurts you. It's like you, and then you feel immediately there's a part of you that checks out. And yet, like, watches from above something go down when you're kind of checked out. And I feel like somebody checked out from the situation like long ago or right from the start. And like it causes you to feel anxiety, okay? You feel anxious around somebody, or you feel anxious in a situation because you don't feel like someone supports you. You don't feel like you're safe with someone. You feel like someone just wants to float above everything. And like I said, it's a reflection. So maybe a part of you wanted to float above this part of yourself that was like sitting in the swamp by itself, like sitting in this feeling, but then you're like on the boat, or you're like flying above the boat, you're like distracted, you're like doing something else, you're like, yeah, but it's like a block, like it's actually blocking a flow, like it's like you're in the swamp, like the water isn't moving is what I'm getting. Like something isn't moving, something hasn't moved for a long time. It's a swamp. Not saying that swamps don't move. You know what I'm talking about. You're in the part of the swamp that's, stagnant. So something feels stagnant with somebody, or something has gone on for too long, or some sort of feeling, like feeling unsupported, and then it's like this I feel like a lot of you guys have felt unsupported your whole life. There's also something about a sibling coming through that just always attacked you. You were always wrestling in the swamp with this alligator. Someone always trying to push you down. Literally trying to always push you around. Someone in your neighborhood growing up. This could have been a sibling or like someone your age. This could be anybody, but like I am for somebody, it's like a sibling that like, or someone in your like close family, or like in your immediate family, or in your extended family even, like your cousins or something. It's like somebody who always pushed you around. Someone was always like this crocodile in the water. Like you're just like sitting in the swamp trying to figure out how you feel, trying to figure out what's going on, trying to figure out like what you're feeling, like what's going on around you. Like some sort of sibling always trying to project how they felt, like a disappointment or something that they were disappointed in. They projected all these things onto you. They wanted to make you feel small. They wanted to make you feel this is really sad, but for someone, it's like they wanted to make you feel like, just like, I'm hearing abomination, like that you yourself, like this is for somebody specific, but it's like somebody's family, like somebody in your family wanted to make you feel like who you are as a person, like how you were created to be, like just the person that you are, that you were born, like that you were born as, a way that you were like just the person that you were born to be, or that you were born as, maybe something about how you looked, or just like your temperament or your personality, just like they tried to make you feel like you were like an abomination, or there was something really wrong with you. But this person, envy, we've got envy. They made you feel rejected. You had somebody you were constantly wrestling with, somebody who's always trying to pull you down to make you feel rejected. This person, it's like their life mission. I don't know what I'm picking up on. I'm hearing just like sinking. It's like you felt you were always sinking. You were always in this swamp, stagnant water. It's like the same shit, different day, every single day. Like there's something like in your early life, it's like the same shit, different day. Like every day, every single day you had this like person in your life who was just constantly saying things to reject you, to create this anxiety. And sometimes they would like play dead. It's like a crocodile. Sometimes they would play dead to lure you in. They would play like it's like they would confuse you. There's something about like someone who would confuse you by pretending like they were dead. I don't know if crocodiles do that. I have no idea. Like it's like they would act like they were normal, or they would like lure you in. Like they would act like everything was fine, and then they would just like attack you. They would say things to make you feel completely and utterly disrespected, rejected. So small. Somebody just made you feel so small. I'm so sorry that this happened. But it's like I feel like you've been wrestling with that. You've been wrestling with, I feel like this person, like, you never felt supported or protected by somebody in your family, or multiple people you never felt supported. You always felt unsupported by people in your family. You could have been supported in some ways, maybe in the ways that made your family or those people look good in front of other people, or in front of the eyes of society, right? Maybe like certain people in your family, it's like they had to play a certain role in front of other people to make sure, like they had to like dot their I's and cross their T's in certain ways to come across a certain way. But then behind closed doors, and especially emotionally, but in many ways, maybe physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally for sure, there was something where it's like you never felt supported or seen emotionally. You were like, your emotions were downplayed. Your emotions, you felt like that they were an inconvenience. It's like someone would consistently abuse you and then make you react, and then punish you for how you reacted to their consistent abuse, rejection. And this person did this because of envy. So there could be someone in your life right now that you're dealing with. It could be this person from the past, but I feel like that you're dealing with something or a situation or a person that is not from your family. It's actually someone in your life who's bringing up these emotions from your past, okay? It's bringing up something in this swampy water, this decay, right? This swamp of your soul, okay? Fear in reverse. I feel like somebody doesn't want to admit that they feel afraid of something. Like they don't, like they feel like that's weak. They feel like it's like weak to admit how they feel, or that they're doing something because of fear, but they're denying that they're like intellectualizing it. They're denying that that's why they're doing something. That that's why they're downplaying something. They're minimizing something. I'm hearing like performing something. I feel like this sibling or this person in your early life or your early childhood, or this could have even been somebody that you had a relationship with, like I'm hearing like somebody wants to act like they're mysterious, but I feel like they're not. That's for somebody. Self-sabotage. Like there could be something mirroring, or something that somebody's doing. You could feel like they're sabotaging something, or you're seeing how somebody else is sabotaging something, but it's also reflecting back something about you, of like where you may have sabotaged something in a similar way, or where it's like you almost sabotaged yourself by not listening to something that you felt about someone. Because of this like dissociation from that part of your soul that's sitting in the swamp, that's dealing with something, or that's doing magic in the swamp, that's trying to. It's like this part of yourself, like this wild part of yourself sitting in the swamp with leaves in their hair, trying to alchemize this emotion inside of this swamp, but like without the help of you, without the focus of you, because you're distracting yourself from it. Pain. You're distracting yourself from the pain of whatever this situation is bringing up for you, this block, okay? Incomplete in reverse. You're not incomplete, but I feel like you feel you are not incomplete, but I feel like you feel incomplete because of somebody else who feels incomplete, who's making you feel like there's something wrong with you for feeling something that you're feeling, or for expecting something, like somebody's not completing something, or somebody hasn't done something, or somebody isn't showing up, somebody is not being present. Neglect in reverse. But then it's like somebody's trying to intellectualize the fact that they're neglecting you, or that you're trying to present an emotion or like talk about something where you feel neglected, and somebody's like trying to skirt around the issue. But it's like, see how that might be a reflection of a part of yourself that tries to skirt around something, but you're aware that it's there. I feel like both people are aware that something is there, but they're both trying to, there's like a performance going on. I feel like you've played this role before. You're so used to it because of the way that you were conditioned. Lonely. Somebody feels lonely, or somebody doesn't want to feel lonely, or there's a part of somebody that feels lonely, but they deny that's how they feel. They skirt around the issue. Confirmation burp. There's a fear of intimacy, okay? Emotional avoidance, emotional unavailability. But I feel like also there's a part of you that's not emotionally available to something anymore because you don't feel safe. You don't feel safe with someone or around somebody. There could be somebody that just doesn't feel safe with anybody, but they don't want to feel something. What is this person feeling? That the trust. What is the collective feeling? Misdirection. I feel like somebody doesn't trust anybody or themselves. So somebody doesn't trust themselves. Guilt. Somebody feels guilty. Misdirection. How does, clarify misdirection. Approval in reverse. Overwhelmed. Something about a spider web. I feel like you feel like you were led into this web. And maybe a part of you feels stuck, but you're not stuck. I know a part of you feels that way. Different messages for different people. I don't think that you approve of the way that somebody is doing something or whatever they said. Or you feel like you don't feel like somebody sees your worth. This web, you got stuck. Guilt. What else? Tell me more about this person. Lonely. This person is like locked behind a wall. Tell me more about what's going on with this person, Spirit. What's going on with this person? Anxiety. You could also, like I'm saying, you felt anxiety too. Integrity in reverse. they're not acting from integrity. They're not showing up. Somebody feels guilty because they know that they feel guilty because they feel like they're not showing up in the way that they know that you need them to show up emotionally. Time is of the essence, or like time, like you put time into this, like you've put time into something, and I feel like you've been generous to this person. I feel like you confidently went forward with something, or you had confidence in someone. You had confidence in something. I feel like you gave love to somebody, or you gave energy into a situation, or you gave energy into something, and you were confident in that. Like you had faith, and you had confidence in who this person presented themselves to be. Clarity in reverse, wisdom keeper. But something wasn't clear. The glass was foggy. You couldn't clearly see this person, but you felt something though. I feel like you trusted this person. I feel like you like went ahead with something. You were determined. You were really like into someone, or you really like liked this person. You really wanted to create something beautiful with this person. You had faith in this connection, and I just feel like somebody is not holding up their end of the bargain. Something is not flowing the way that you thought that it would, like that you imagined that it would. The reality pales in comparison to what you imagined. Respect. Something boils down to respect. Something wasn't respectful. What did this person do? Spirit, what did this person do? What did this person do to the collective, Spirit? Not present. Be here now in reverse. Detachment. Detached. You can feel someone is detached, or that they're detached, like that they arrogance. But you didn't want to assume something about this person, or you didn't want to like project the past onto what was happening, but like the past is being recreated within the situation to show where you still get triggered by something like this, where it's almost like someone is like trying to float above how they feel or how you feel. Like someone's intellectualizing how you feel, how they feel. But it's like false safety. Like it's not safe. Like someone has a smile, or like they want to act like everything's okay whilst hurting you at the same time, whilst like not taking accountability about how something that they did or said made you feel, because they don't want to feel their guilt. Okay, they don't want to admit how they broke your trust in them or your faith in them. They don't want to admit how they caused you to feel lonely within this relationship, or how they feel lonely because of where they don't trust other people, or they don't trust something within themselves. Like they don't trust something about within themselves or about themselves, or intuition. You intuitively felt something was off because you felt someone was detached, because you felt the way that somebody came across, or like how they approached a certain subject, or how they talked to you, or how they dealt with something that they did, or something that was happening. It's like you felt like there was no empathy for like how something made you feel. There's something about responsibility. Somebody didn't want to take responsibility. So somebody's dressing up, somebody's spiritual bypassing, but they're dressing it up as like spiritual detachment. But really they don't want to deal how about something that made them feel guilty for something that they did. And again, like this situation could be mirroring something about yourself. Like we all have shadow, obviously. We all do things that we're not proud of. But I really feel like someone in a situation isn't present in the way that you need it. You feel this intuitively, but then it's like someone is like denying, like intellectualizing everything. Someone just wants things to keep on flowing the way they're flowing, but it's not flowing because it's a swamp. Honesty in reverse, because they're not being honest. Someone's not being honest about their feelings. They're intellectualizing it. Okay? They're on the tour boat. They're trying to guide the tour. They're trying to guide the tour with their tour boat. But meanwhile, you, an aspect of yourself, is literally sitting in the swamp, feeling it all. Feeling everything that they're not feeling and what you're feeling, what everybody in your family didn't want to feel, what they made you feel, everything in the situation that everyone's trying to frickin' like perform like it isn't happening, or that's not what someone would feel because they don't want to admit something, they don't want to be honest with themselves. Maybe there's a part of you that you feel like you don't want to be honest about how something makes you feel because it's just like, I don't know if you invested your heart into someone or something. It's like, again, it's like this thing of like, again, choices in reverse. I made the wrong choice again, really? So I can't trust myself. So maybe there's a part of you that like feels like you can't trust yourself because maybe you didn't trust yourself about how you intuitively felt about something. But it's because you were conditioned not to be able to trust your intuition, because there was always somebody who literally eradicated your psyche through the abuse that they put you through how they treated you every single day in and day out. The person that you grew up with, or that raised you, or both. People who were around you in your formative years when you were, you know what I mean, just developing, and then you had these people that were like making you feel guilty for seeing the truth, for speaking up on the truth, for naming the truth, for reacting to their abuse. They would shame you for that too. They would make you feel like there was something wrong with how you felt with what they did or said because of their own shame that they didn't want to feel within themselves. They didn't want to face that they felt that guilt for how they treated you, or how they disconnected, or how they disengaged, or how they weren't there for you emotionally. They felt that they couldn't. Somebody couldn't give you or can't give you what they felt that they were never given because they don't know how to give it to themselves, because they don't want to face that that's how they actually feel. Somebody has like a part of themselves in the Five of Cups, like locked out of themselves. And that's what I'm saying. In a sense, you have a part of yourself that this is why I'm saying you can kind of detach or dissociate in your own way as well, where it's like you're but it's like you're in the swamp, okay? But it's like you watch sometimes because you had to, because you learned this, because you were conditioned to be like this. It's like you look at yourself sitting in the swamp, like that part of yourself, like that mystical, astral, or like the vision of you, or whatever you're getting, like the visions in your mind. You're getting visions of something, or you're getting intuitive pulls about something or someone, or you're getting synchronicities, and it's like you see yourself sitting in the swamp dealing with a stagnant emotion that you've always felt, or that you always had to dam up, or you always had to like push away. You always had to keep part of yourself at arm's length. So in a sense, this person who's trying to keep you and your emotional connection at arm's length is a reflection of your own part of yourself that had to keep part of yourself at arm's length. Because if you were to face that feeling, it would have been too overwhelming. So it's like someone is reflecting back. This has to do with someone's mother or someone's sibling. Or it could be a father too. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But I am picking up specifically on like, this could be to do with a mother wound. And on the bottom of the deck here, I got Mother Nature. Dance in reverse. Somebody's mother made you feel ashamed for dancing, or didn't support you made you feel anxious, but then like denied that they said things that made you feel anxious. I feel like this mother felt anxious about expressing herself, or like expressing herself in her body, and then someone like shamed you for being expressive. I'm hearing gilded cage for somebody. But yeah, so tell me more about this person. Karma. Power. Deception. Deception. Somebody wants to stay above something because they want to stay in control and in power in the situation. It's like somebody doesn't want their freedom taken away. Something about a lure, like you could have felt lured into the situation. Like somebody made you feel like that you could trust them. Like you thought you could trust your heart to somebody. You thought that somebody would support you emotionally or see you. But somebody feels lonely in a situation. Because somebody feels like to feel that emotion or to like care would be like giving up their power or something like that. Somebody wants to stay above it all. They want to be the tour guide. They want to guide like the pace of this. They want to guide what happens or what is said. But I feel like meanwhile you're sitting in the swamp. You just want to be honest. You just want to be honest. It's like somebody's like keeping at arm's length and then saying that they're not. It's like they're skirting around the truth while saying that it's authentic, or while saying that it's honest, or while saying that they're just being honest, but they're actually skirting around how they're making you feel, or how what they said made you feel. I feel like somebody in your family did that too. It's like somebody always like felt that they were the smartest one in the room or the loudest one in the room, or it's like somebody was really good at arguing or wrangling, right? A wrangler, like a lengthy discussion, like always like these long ass fights, like these long ass talks that would just go on forever and ever, and someone always had the upper hand intellectually in a sense by like the way somebody knew how to have a fight or like a conversation. Like somebody wanted to have long ass debates. There's something about somebody in someone's family who had like long ass debates, and they would never end. And it was like you like something about like just like to end it, you just like capitulate, or like it would just exhaust you emotionally. Like it's everything was like semantics or like intellectual, like an intellectual thing, so that somebody wouldn't have to face something that they felt inside, whilst making you feel like the defective one for feeling something, for trying to point out something about how somebody made you feel because of what they said, but because they didn't want to feel their guilt about what they said and how that affected you or how that made you feel. They wanted to like win the argument as if it negated the way that they made you feel. There's also something about your joy and your self-expression. Somebody could have like, this has to do, I don't know, joy. I don't know if you feel like you can be joyful around somebody, or you can express yourself in the way that you want to, or that you feel like, I don't know if you feel like you can express yourself that you want, the way that you want to. Confirmation, because for some reason I couldn't express myself just there. You're wrestling with this crocodile. You feel like you're wrestling with someone's ego. You feel like you're wrestling with someone who's intellectualizing you. What is going on with this person? Harmony in reverse. There's something, they're out of harmony with something within themselves. like there's just like someone's just doing a dance. Refresh in reverse. Someone's doing like an old dance. This is an old dance for somebody. Confirmation burp. Harmony in reverse. An old dance. There's something of like destabilizing. Something feels destabilizing. Something about sand dollars. Fish and chips. Lobster. Refresh in reverse. This is an old dance. You've danced this dance before, and they've danced this dance before with other people, whoever this person is. But you've danced this dance, this emotional dynamic dance before, okay? Where it's like somebody's dancing around in the shadows. Harmony in reverse. You just don't feel balanced in something with someone. Something about 3 people. Power. You've danced this dance. And I feel like you want to take your power back from this. I feel like you are. You're alchemizing this. Confirmation. This part of your soul is alchemizing this. You're taking your power back from this. You're not going to dance this dance. You're not. You've already, it's just like you clocked it, but it's just kind of like moving through it. You've been wrestling with this crocodile. Let's see over here. This might be a little bit of a longer reading. Okay, Spirit is leading this, okay? Let's see. So I don't think I talked about Lana and her man. She's a siren, Persephone, shadow lover. And then her man, Jeremy, her husband, swamp, masculine, unavailable, primal, magnetic. Okay. Unavailable. Someone's unavailable. I don't know if he's unavailable or not, to be honest with you. But he seems like a stoic type of man. Apparently he is available. I'm not sure though. Like, I don't know how their relationship is. Beauty meets rustic, romantic meets real. There's something rotting, like to do with emotions. It's like emotions just are not being dealt with. It's starting to get to you. It's starting, something feels off, something smells off. Something about frogs, crickets, or like frogs, like making frog noises. Ribbit. Crickets, or it's like you say something, it's like something feels off, like the communication feels off because someone just doesn't want to go there. Crickets. Just leaving you on red. Just letting you simmer and settle. Somebody says that. That pisses somebody off. So disrespectful. Simmer and settle. Reactive abuse. Why are you so riled up? Because you hurt me and you don't care. You say that you love me. You say that you want the best for me. You say that you want to be in my life. But then you just harpoon my heart and then ask me why I'm getting all riled up. So let's see. What's this like rot? Resistance. Confirmation. There's a guy on this card crossing his arms and it's a wall. He's literally made up of a brick wall. Resistance. Someone's resisting how they feel. That's what's rotting. What is this person? That's what's causing the rot. Someone is resisting how they make you feel and how they feel, and why they do what they do is because they're trying to run away and skirt around the issue of how they feel, of how they don't want to feel. What is this resistance? Spirit, what is this resistance? connection. In reverse. Like resisting something that they feel deep inside. Then what, like, why? Like rage turned inwards, disappointed. Where they've been disappointed in the past, or where they disappointed you, they don't want to feel or face how they disappointed you, or how they disappointed themselves, how they created disappointment within the situation because of something they did or said, or like how other people disappointed them. It's like somebody's checked out. They don't want to feel how they were disappointed. They don't want to be disappointed again. Judgment in reverse. They don't want to be judged for how they feel, or then what is this resistance? Present, a resistance to being present with you in this relationship or in this connection. They're not being present with how you feel emotionally. Maybe they're there, but like physically there. Maybe they like physically provide for you, or they're around you. Just kind of like in your family, they're there, but were they present with you and how you felt? Or did you feel disappointed, which turned into depression, which turned into you taking it out on yourself, which turned into you like resisting a part of how they made you feel, like the pain that they made you because of their own resistance to their own innocence or to their own love of themselves, that they couldn't show you love, that there was a wall between you and your family. So there's a wall between you and another person, but you don't always want to feel that it's there, because you feel guilty for leading yourself, or being led into, not leading yourself, for like envy, resisting their envy. Someone's resisting their envy. Connection. They envy a connection that you have, or they envy your ability to connect. But then they try to minimize your want to connect. Conflict. They try to cause conflict. It's like you are showing up and you're wanting to connect emotionally, and then it's like they're creating conflict to create distance because they want to push you away. You feel like someone's pushing you away. You feel like someone's judging you, or judging something that you're doing. You feel like someone's very hard to please. You feel like someone is creating a conflict because they have an inner conflict. Their resistance to something within themselves, so they're wanting to cause conflict within their connection because they feel like they can't show up in the way that you need. What did I say? Like preemptive rejection, so that they don't feel rejected by you. So they're rejecting you, or they're making you feel rejected. They're trying to push you away. It's like someone has tried to or is trying to push you away so that they don't get rejected by you. Why do they feel like that? So they're causing conflict. I don't know if you guys watch Love is Blind, but that's coming through. Like, that shit happens on Love is Blind, like this latest season. Yes, I do watch Love is Blind, just saying. But it's like, I'm not going to say who, but one of the dudes is like creating conflict to try to like set up the other person, like subtly rejecting her so that like she leaves him. Because he feels like he doesn't want to be in it. Because of this, that, or the other thing. Because he doesn't want to show up emotionally, or maybe he's not able to, or he doesn't like her, or he doesn't like himself, whatever it is. But it's like, so he's causing conflict or a lengthy discussion without just admitting how he feels. So somebody doesn't want to admit how they feel. Somebody doesn't want to face how they feel. Somebody doesn't want to face how something makes them feel vulnerable. Somebody doesn't, grief in reverse. Somebody's resisting their sadness. Somebody's resisting. And that's the thing, you could be lonely, their own loneliness. They could envy a connection that you have in your life, or envy your ability to connect, and your ability to connect or your ability to open your heart makes them feel lonely, like because they feel like their heart is closed, and they don't want to face their grief of like what happened to them that made them feel like that their heart was closed. So somebody's like intellectualizing or spiritualizing their pain or your pain. Somebody's using spiritual language to intellectualize your pain, or to somebody's spiritualizing your pain or their pain, or both, instead of just like being honest about like and taking accountability of like that, or just being honest about how they feel, or honest about their fear. deceit, confirmation, anxiety. And that deceit, the fact that you can sense someone's deceit, or like it's like mirroring back where sometimes you can deceive yourself as to like the intuition that you felt about this, because I feel like you picked up on the deceit and it caused you confirmation, you picked up on the disconnection, right? And then you feel that anxiety, but then it's almost like you're used to feeling that anxiety and disconnection because you felt disconnected from your family, but you dissociated from that disconnection because that was how you survived, because that's how you had some sort of semblance of a mirage of safety, because it wasn't safe, because you didn't feel like that they were truly connecting with you or being present with how you felt. It was always about how somebody else felt. Maybe this person even feels that. It's like this person, just someone's not considering your feelings, and I feel like you're trying to consider someone else's feelings, but then somebody's making you feel a certain way for feeling something that you feel, and then they're trying to make you feel like you're not with it, or that you're not as spiritual or as like enlightened because you feel something, because you have a heart, because you know that something doesn't worth, because you know that you're worth more than what someone is doing or saying or how they're acting or how they're treating you. And someone could feel guilt for how they are not showing up in the way that they know that you need it, but they want something. What does this person want? Spirit, what does this person want from the collective? I'm going to keep the resistance card out there, okay? To anchor this. What does this person want, Spirit? Triumph in reverse. Clarify that. Understanding. Mother Nature in reverse. What does that mean? I need more cards here. What does that mean? Change. They want change. Or they want access without respecting, like, okay, Mother Nature in reverse, without respecting your nature. They want access, or triumph in reverse. I don't understand that. It's funny because there's understanding card is right beside it, and I don't understand. Triumph was clarified by understanding, and I still don't understand. Respect. They want to triumph. They want to triumph in this situation. Something without respect, like without respecting something. They're above something. But you don't feel triumphant about that. Power. Power? Blame in reverse. It's not my fault. It's your fault for feeling it. It's your fault for feeling that. I'm a wild horse. You can't tame me. You're not trying to tame, you're not trying to tame wisdom. You're not trying to tame someone. You're just trying to feel how you feel. And for someone to understand that. Somebody doesn't want to meet you where you're at. Somebody wants access. Or somebody wanted change, but they didn't want to actually change. Like somebody wants the appearance of change, but they're not going to change. Or some resistance. Somebody is resisting change. They want change, but they're resisting it's Mother Nature in reverse. They're resisting something about their nature or how they feel. They want understanding. They want respect without giving you something about like self-confidence and triumph in reverse. Competition. What are they competing for? Spirit, what are they competing for? Intuition in reverse. Like mental dominance. Control. I feel like somebody doesn't want you to feel like good about yourself or happy or triumphant, or like it's like there could be something about your self-confidence. Maybe that garners a lot of respect from a lot of people. It's like someone wants your respect, or someone wants to feel respected, or there's something about, I don't know if you feel like you're not respecting yourself, like you feel like something isn't respectful. Somebody wants to act like they're acting respectful, but there's something emotionally it's not respectful. Whatever someone said or did, it wasn't respectful to your emotions, but then they're trying to skirt around that. Then we've got rest and crisis. Like what? Like two opposites. Like I said, two opposites. Rest and crisis. Harmony in reverse. I don't know if somebody, it's like always causing you crisis. You're used to crisis, or you're used to it's like you felt like that you could rest in this person's arm, or you could rest with this person, but then you felt unrest. Then you felt like okay, another crisis, here we go. Or someone feels overwhelmed, or someone went through a lot of crisis. Someone went through a lot of crisis, and they're just like tapped out. But it's like you need someone to tap in. You need to tap in. You need, like, you could feel burnt out. You could feel in crisis. You could feel like you avoid rest. I'm literally recording this at like 12 a.m. right now. Resistance. Spirit, let me go to a different deck, you guys. What's going on with this, Spirit? Can we get more information, please, Spirit? Somebody has a golden retriever. Confirmation burp. I'm hearing that song by Sam Smith. Is that who it is? Stay with me, 'cause you're all I need. Spirit, what's going on between this person and the collective, Spirit? Secret weapon. And then they have like a headset on. They have like this contraption on their head. Secret weapon. Their mind. Something that they're like. Marriage, wedding ceremony. Legal proceedings. It's like someone hid something. Like, this is what I'm saying. It feels like someone hid something, and then like someone could have love bombed you. You felt like someone love bombed you, and then it's like they're actually emotionally unavailable or avoidant. It's like and tell me more, Spirit. Struggle. Devil. Supplier. It's like someone wants proximity to your power, access to your power, access to your energy. God, higher power. access to your energy. I feel like this could have something to do with your family of origin, or like your family system, or somewhere that you grew up. It's like there was somebody who wanted access to something. Maybe somebody got access through a marriage, or legally, or in the government, or something like that, connected to that. And this like internal struggle, or this inner conflict, or something that you struggled with this, it's like somebody wanted access. We also have perversion here. It's like you've been trying to clean up this mess ever since. It's like some devilish energy, or somebody with bad intentions, somebody, and I don't use this word often, evil. Somebody did something evil. Someone was evil. I'm sorry. Someone's eyes, high vibes in reverse. I don't think this is about this person. It could be, but it could even be somebody in this person's life, but also in your life, or just in your life. Whoever this is, it's like somebody had access to something and they were just evil. They wanted to control something, or to put an end to someone's life, or to create this struggle. But I feel like God is, it's like someone just treated you like some sort of science experiment. Somebody could have grown up in a cult as well. I feel like God is currently helping you transmute this fear connected to a male, or connected to a certain person. God is helping you. Male in reverse, it could actually be a female. You feel some sort of fear because some sort of female or a male, it doesn't necessarily matter. But I feel like God, struggle, clean up, surveillance. God saw everything. Regardless of the fake news, propaganda, or somebody's watching something that you're doing, or something, somebody's like watching you, and it's making them emotional, it's making them resist something that they're feeling inside of themselves. Can we get some more information about this resistance spirit? Something about raccoons as well. Looking for scraps. I don't know. I'm hearing only fools rush in. I can't help falling in love with you. It's almost like somebody made you feel like they were going to be someone who would help lighten the load, or like this whole thing is triggering things from the past within both of you. And I feel like both of you guys are mirroring something back to each other. Like I said, push, pull. Someone's pulling away. And it's like the preemptive rejection where it's like it makes you feel like, okay, well then you're gonna pull away. But it's like both people resisting the lesson or resisting the tower, or because the spiritualized performance is easier, the unspoken something or other. But I feel like, why do I feel like it's spoken? But then it's like, that's the thing, a wrangler, somebody who's like a lengthy intellectual debate. It's reading spirit. Anything else that the collective needs to know about this situation? Warning. There's a warning portal 5D. You caught this person. Power in reverse. I feel like this person felt called out by you, or felt like that you were they felt caught in a conundrum about emotions, or how you felt, or how something that went down. It's like they felt like they had to address something, but instead they wanted you caught up in your mind. But I feel like you can see something, you can see all angles of something. Somebody has a lot of anger. Even that could reflect a part of yourself, your own anger too, right? There's also something about, we've got evil, demonic, warning, portal, 5D, power supply in reverse, and caught. You caught someone doing something. And I don't know if you confronted them or you brought something up and you felt almost like you wanted to shut down because of their reaction, or like their resistance. Truth, confirmation. You caught someone in a lie, or you caught someone something about a grandparent or an elder, or this person could be older than you. So you caught someone but they want to deny how they feel. Mental health in reverse in water. Somebody wants to, someone feels like you caught them or you cornered them, but then somebody wanted to wrangle your mind with a lengthy debate or discussion or argument to sidestep or to wrangle you, to make you feel caught, to make you feel cornered intellectually, spiritualizing your pain away, like how they spiritualize their pain away. Clean up, confirmation. Inside, they want to keep it inside. They don't want to, they felt like you were trying to bring something out into the light. I feel like this has happened with partners in the past. This could be a partner that you're with, but this has happened in the past in your family. This has happened with friends. This has happened with whoever this person is. Like, it's this pattern. You know this pattern. You've danced this dance before. This is not your first rodeo, okay? But somebody tried to wrangle your mind like they're a freaking cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Secret weapon, yeah. But it's like, I feel like they feel like that you caught them because you can see through the bullshit. Because you sensed that something was off. You felt, yeah. Secret weapon came out again. So yeah, secret weapon. Somebody knows like the right things to say to like distract from the truth, but you saw the truth. somebody could even be trying to say that it's your mental health that's making you, they're trying to like pathologize your pain, trying to point it back at you and be like, see, this is what you're feeling, this because of that. You're the one that should be ashamed of your reaction to what I did and what I said that made you feel a certain way. But I'm going to make you seem like the irrational one because I'm going to intellectualize what it is that I did or what it is that I said and how callous it was that I came across and how I took your heart and put it through the ringer. But I'm going to make that into something that is not actually that big of a deal, to make you feel like your emotions don't matter. Somebody could have done this on vacation. Self-sabotaged. Self-sabotage. There's something about self-sabotage, but that's transforming. This is like, there's something that's being transformed by this. I feel like a part of your self-sabotage is not always listening to your intuition, but that's how people sabotaged your soul, your body, mind, and spirit, and your family. They sabotaged you by making you question your fucking soul and your intuition and your knowing and your power. Period. You are the power. You felt something. I know you felt something. I know you smelt something was off. You smelt the rot, the decay. There's something of like that's decaying on the inside of this person. Or something's doing something online and hiding it from somebody. Something's doing something online and hiding it from somebody. Struggle in reverse. Some cult. Somebody could be trying to wrangle their mind, is what I'm getting randomly. Somebody's trying to wrangle their mind. Or this could be somebody in a cult that wants to, it's like a lengthy discussion. Word salad. Somebody's got an answer for everything, but for some reason no one could ever take accountability for how someone made someone feel. Someone's got a fucking answer for everything, don't they? But they keep something top secret. Something to do with greed and social media, thief. Yeah, somebody wants to like wrangle your mind. Dudes, somebody wants thief and conspiracy theory. Somebody wants to make you feel like how you're feeling or intuiting something. Maybe something to do with social media, or maybe you feel like someone's watching you on social media or someone's interfering with something. And then they're like, I'm seeing the Cheshire smile or a Cheshire cat. And it's like, you're just like, it's like I'm seeing something now, and it's something about someone's neighbor or like a couple, or I don't know, somebody's like, why did you send that person a message? I didn't send that person a message. Yes, you did. It's not that big of a deal. Yes, it is. Why are you sending that girl a message? Like, I'm picking up on something like that. Like, why did you send a message? And then they're like, you're doing this because of your past, or you're doing this because of your ex, or you have a disorder. Like, and it's just like, I don't like how I feel. And then they're just like, why are you trying to get access to my phone? And it's like, you're just like, why? You're just trying to get to the bottom of it, of like, why did you do this? I feel like you're doing this, and someone's trying to wrangle your mind and just keep you in a lengthy discussion and make you feel like you're crazy for having an emotion about something that they did. Like, instead of just being like, they're trying to be like, I'm free to do what I want. I should be free to do what I want. Which is like, yes, everybody should be free, but like, someone's completely bypassing intimacy. Thank you, Spirit. Where you're just like, why are you doing that? Like, it makes me feel like this. And instead of being like, I understand why that makes you feel like that, what I did, I will shift. Either we have to part ways because we're not aligned, or like, I will. But it's like somebody doesn't want to part ways. Somebody wants to wrangle your mind. Thank you, Spirit. I know this reading was a little bit longer than usual, guys, but sometimes things just take however long they take. Red flag. Something is a red flag. but maybe you didn't want to admit that red flag, or you're feeling some sort of something is decaying, like within this person and within you, in a sense of like something is stagnant, something is long gone, or something, maybe an old version of you, or an old version of something. Someone, it's like someone's like sort of like gaslighting, or just like, it's literally, I don't know, there's, if you even feel like you have to surveil their phone, that's a red flag. Just the fact that you feel that is a red flag. Somebody needs to hear that. Or you feel like completely controlled by someone, or someone's like, I really feel like someone wants to like dominate you in a discussion or a debate, or someone like says, oh, I just love debates, but it's like you don't love how they make you feel within that debate. And when you bring up how they make you feel like how you feel doesn't matter, because they win, because they're spiritualizing it, because they're intellectualizing it, because it's just logical or something. And it's like, but it's like intimacy is about how you feel. There's something about a crocodile, again, watching you. Somebody did something, it took you off guard, and it was vicious. Like, it was vicious. And a red flag. But they could keep that part of themselves top secret, or they kept it from you. Or they want something. I'm hearing that one song by Sarah McLachlan. How does it go? Frick. What does she even say? I'm trying to remember what she says. It's like, da na 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 na, building a mystery. That's what it's called. Here, let me look it up. Also, 1, 2, 3. You come out at night. That's when the energy comes. And it's funny because I'm recording this at night. And the dark side's light, and the vampires roam. You strut your Rasta wear. Somebody could be Rasta. And your suicide poem, and across from a faith that died. Decay, you guys, decay. Somebody's faith in like something has died, or their faith in love, their faith in connection, their faith in friendship, their faith in relationship. And across from a faith that died before Jesus came, you're building a mystery. You live in a church where you sleep with voodoo dolls, and you won't give up the search for the ghosts in the halls. You wear sandals in the snow and a smile that won't wash away. This is what I'm saying, Cheshire smile. Can you look out the window without your shadow getting in the way? You're so beautiful with an edge and charm. Oh my God. I literally haven't listened to this song in so long. You're so beautiful with an edge and charm, but so careful when I'm in your arms. See? Arm's length. So careful when I'm in your arms. Because you're working, building a mystery, holding on and holding it in. So someone's holding it on, but they're holding something in, or they're holding something back, or they're resisting something. They're resisting going to the next step. They're resisting going to the next level. They're resisting opening up, or they're resisting being accountable. They're resisting their emotions about how they feel. So then they push and pull. They pull away. They push you away. They're pulling away and they're pushing you away. They want you to pull away by pushing you away, by hurting your feelings, so that you end up leaving, because so they'll reject you first. Luna, she's attacking. That scared me. She's attacking the TV. She's, pushing away, attacking. So someone is attacking you. Luna, get down. Psst, psst. Hey, Moo. Looney. Treats, come here. Come here. Okay, anyways. You woke up screaming aloud a prayer from your secret God. I don't know, this person like has a lot of secrets. They want to be mysterious, but I feel like you see right through somebody. Like, it's like this, it's not that this person could be very well be mysterious. This person could hold a lot back, but it's like, why do I feel like you don't want someone to hold something back? Like, why do I feel like they hold back on purpose? Because they don't want to be intimate, because they have a fear of intimacy. Because they don't want to be hurt, but then they don't want to admit that they don't trust, and then they feel guilty. And then maybe it even reflects a part of you where it's like you've lost trust for this person, and you feel guilty because you feel like you don't trust them, but it's because you feel like they pushed you away. And then somehow you feel you're holding the guilt for the fact that they pushed you away, that they did something that confused you after they love bombed you, or they made you feel so seen and then confused because they pushed you away or something. You feed off our fears and hold back your tears. You guys, what the fuck is this song? I don't even know if I've ever known the lyrics to this song. All I know is "Hannah mystery" or whatever. Luna, get down. Psst, Luna. Psst, come here. Sorry guys. Luna, get down. Come here. Sorry guys. Treats. Come here. There you go. There you go. Get down. Whatever. Just stay there then. Okay, let's finish the lyrics here. You feed off our fears and hold back your tears. This is what I'm saying. You feel like this person is not emotionally tuned in to you. Give us a tantrum and know-it-all grin just when we need one. Know-it-all grin. Are you kidding me? Cheshire grin? What is happening right now? I haven't listened to this song for a long ass time. Just when we need one, when the evening's thin. You're a beautiful fucked up man. You're setting up a razor wire shrine. You can't get past the razor wire shrine. You feel like you're locked out, and they're locked out of something too. They're like, you feel like someone won't let you in. It's razor wire. You're setting up your razor wire shrine because you're working, building a mystery, holding on and holding it in. Yeah, you're working, building a mystery, and choosing so carefully. Wow. What the heck? It's so, so it's like you come out at night, that's when the energy comes and the dark side's light and the vampires roam. So it's like they come out at night, but they're wearing Rasta wear. So it's like on the outside, they seem like somebody who would be a certain way, and then it's like actually someone's emotionally unavailable and avoidant. Anything else to close out this reading? Just to close out this reading, Spirit. Trust yourself more now that you are in the right place at the right time. Opportunities will present themselves to you when they are meant to, all in divine timing. Get excited about the future again instead of fearing it. I feel like you're headed towards, it's like you went into something and you weren't going to fear, you were open to it, but somebody feared it and just recreated something that I feel like. Okay, we got 2 runes here. Laguz, flow, water, sea, fertility source, the healing power of renewal, life energy, and organic growth, imagination, and psychic matters. You need to trust how you really feel, because it's confusing, because someone is like denying that you should feel how you feel, but it's because they're denying and resisting how they feel. So they're trying to wrangle your mind, just kind of like how they wrangle their own, so that they resist what's really going on within themselves. Someone doesn't want to admit something, because to admit something that they're doing to you, they would have to admit something that they've done to other people, or that they've even done to a part of themselves, or something that was done to them by somebody else. That they resist that. They're resisting love, or they're resisting this connection. They're resisting connecting with a part of themselves that you represent, that you're trying to bring up to the surface. Delays, restriction, resistance to leading to strength, innovation, need fire, self-reliance, distress, confusion, conflict, and the power of will to overcome them. Yeah, so this conflict with this person, it's confusing. You're confused. And then you're taking it out, you can take it on yourself. But this person is causing confusion because this person wears like Rasta clothing, and then on the inside, it's like you feel like they're taking instead of giving. Like you feel drained after this. You didn't feel understood. You don't feel understood, emotionally held. You're not emotionally held. You don't feel safe. You feel like you're dancing a dance. I'm hearing as a means to an end, and I don't really know what the end is. What is the end? Power supply. Are you kidding me? I just pulled that out. That my deck is like slowly turned into chaos here because Luna. Anyways, all my decks are all like in this pile on the couch, and like I literally just like put my hand and picked out one random card that I couldn't see, and I got power supply. I'm not even kidding you. The means to an end. Power. Want access to your power. They want access to your light, or they want access to talking to you, but they don't respect your emotions. And this is something that you felt before from a lot of people, and it pisses you off and it hurts your feelings. But then you're gaslit, like that it's like you're downplayed, it's minimized, like you're not allowed to feel how you feel, like that they're so above it all. They're just like spiritualizing their pain. Like,